What's up, Ocean? You got Matt here, coach of your Montreal Milotics, bringing you our Week 1 battle for the BBL Season 3. Today we're facing off against Leo, coach of the Durham Druddigons. He's also known as SixFtHax. If you guys haven't heard of him before, make sure to go and check him out. He's pretty good at this game, and he knows what he's doing. So this game is going to be very interesting, and at the same time, it's a hell of a long one. The video itself, the battle itself, is already 17 minutes long, so this is going to be probably like a 25-minute long video, so strap up, get ready for it, and just enjoy the ride. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started. So his team is Necrozma with the Dusk Mane. He cannot Ultra Burst to become Ultra Necrozma, but that is his Uber. He has Garchomp, Mega Aerodactyl, Persian, Alolan Form, Rotom-Mow, Piloswine, Quillfish, Azumarill, Pyroar, and Chimecho. We'll be the team of Primal Groudon. Yes, it's going to feel great every time I say it this season. Primal Groudon. Tapu Bulu, Thunderous Eye, Bronzong, Umbreon, Frostlass, Golduck, Hitmonlee, Mareanie, and Volbeat. Now, we actually built this team, my front office and I, about maybe 3 weeks before we played, or maybe a month before. Honestly, right after the draft ended, we started building, and we did not play until, I think, the day I uploaded, or 2 days after I uploaded my draft analysis. So it was quite a long wait, but thankfully I had good notes for my team, and we can just go ahead and get into that right now. So to start off, we have our Groudon. This thing is a monster. I'm going to lead off with it because it's basically going to come every week. If it doesn't come to a game, I'd be very surprised. Anyways, it is a such a destructive force, this game. It is an adamant nature. We are running Precipice Blades, obviously, Stone Edge, Overheat, and Rock Polish. We have enough speed to make sure that we can always outspeed a max speed Adamant Necrozma when we're at neutral. We also always outspeed Scarf Pyroar and Aerodactyl at +2. The reason why we have Overheat over a physical stab is because it always OHKOs max HP Persian, which is a bit of a problem. I didn't expect it to come too much, but it did end up coming to this game, so I'm happy I have Overheat now, just in case. Moving on, though, we have our Thundurus here, which is the Charty Berry set. I'm running Prankster this week. I have T-Bolt, Hidden Power Ice, U-Turn, and Defog. Hidden Power Ice is there for the Garchomp, U-Turn is there for momentum, but T-Bolt hits everything else really, really well. Except for obviously the Piloswine, which is immune to it. But we have, we have speed for the Pyroar, we have use for momentum, like I said. I was debating Grass Knot or Focus Blast and T-Wave, but I decided to go for Defog because I was really worried about potential Toxic Spikes from Quillfish. That could be a big threat, especially for Groudon, because it is a grounded mon, and it doesn't really have amazing ways to kind of chip me down. If he has Toxic Stalling with Protect and stuff like that, then this could be a bit of a pain to deal with, so I really want to have Defog with my Thundurus this week. Our next mon is going to be our Tapu Bulu. Here we are running Horn Leech, Leech Seed, Nature's Madness, and Whirlwind. I have a very interesting spread here. I'm not really going to go exactly to what it is, but I'll tell you what it does. So we have speed here for an Adamant Azumarill or Piloswine. We have HP and defense, so after rocks and terrain recovery, a max attack Adamant Piloswine needs max rolls on both Ice Shard and Icicle Crash to KO, which is very unlikely for it to happen. It's like I think it's a 1 in 32 chance, something like that. He needs to get 2 1 in 16 chances, basically. We have Nature's Madness here for the Dusk Mane Necrozma, and I'm running, and also an Adamant Max Attack Dusk Mane Necrozma can't OHKO us from full with a Sunsteel Strike, which is very important because I believe he's going to have that, and probably Earthquake as well, for us 2 moves. And he's probably going to run like either Morning Sun and Swords Dance, or Morning Sun and Totemize, or whatever, and depending on what his item is. Moving on, though, I also forgot, we are Kebia Berry for the potential Poison Jabs, or Gunk Shots, or any random poison move that may be coming out. Our next mon is our Bronzong here. We're running the Colbur Berry this week. Stealth Rock, Gyro Ball, Toxic, and Reflect. Kind of regret this set a bit. It's a good set in theory, don't get me wrong. It's a great rocker this game, but it kind of invites in the Necrozma for free, which I really didn't want. In my only mock for this game, I actually had like the Groudon Sweep 6-0. It just got up a Rock Polish and got all 6 kills. So yeah, I didn't really get a chance to test this too much, but it did get up rocks for me, which was nice. But I probably would have swapped out Toxic for something else, something better than better suited to hit the Necrozma in a way. But anyways, it is what it is. We have Toxic on the set. It's good against a lot of his walls, and well, the Persian especially as well. It would be very nice to have that on. It would also be good against the Garchomp. It'd be good against, what else is there? Basically everything. Even, oh yeah, another one. The Piloswine. That's a really good pick because Piloswine is a pain. It lives hits for my Groudon, so I want to not let that happen. Our next mon is going to be our Umbreon. Here we are a synchronized Umbreon, of course, leftovers with a bold nature, running Foul Play, Wish, Heal Bell, and Protect. This set lives a +2 Adamant Sunsteel from Dusk Mane after rocks, and the rest we put in special defense. That's kind of all I really felt I needed. And oh yeah, I forgot to mention, but my Bronzong will always live 2 Adamant Crunches from a Garchomp with our Colbur Berry, obviously, and our special defense, so we never drop to a timid Pyroar's Fire Blast after rocks or a timid Life Orb Fire Blast from full. And obviously if there's rocks up, it's like an 18% chance to KO us, so not that high of a chance. Our next and final mon is going to be our Frostass here. Choice Scarf Frostass is very scary. Its dual stab is very threatening, but it doesn't have that much speed for his team. So I'm running, I have Shadow Ball, I have Ice Beam, I have Destiny Bond, I have Trick. The reason I have the Scarf on it is mostly because of the Aerodactyl. If you didn't have the Aerodactyl, I probably just would have run like an Extra Belt set or maybe a Life Orb, who knows, but I definitely felt like Scarf was needed for the Aerodactyl because it was a really good threat this game. He only needs like 76 EVs in speed to outspeed my entire team, which is very scary. He can run Ab Nature with tons of bulk. It's pretty threatening, but that's our team. Let me know who you guys think will be the MVP of this battle. Do you guys think we'll come out on top against Leo and his Durham Druddigons? Let me know in the comments below. And yeah, guys, if you guys are excited for this, just make sure to leave a like on the video. Of course, subscribe if you're new, but without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So looking at his team, I'm going to go ahead and just lead off with one of my bigger threats, and that's going to be my Thunderous. I obviously have 3 really massive threats on my team: the Thunderous, the Groudon, and the Bulu. But the Thunderous here is really good because it has momentum. So Thunderous is going to be my lead here, as I am going to go for the U-turn on pretty much whatever he goes for. And he decides to lead off with the Persian, which is going to have the speed advantage over me, and I decided to go for the U-turn right here instead of the T-Bolt, because I kind of expected the parting shot into the Garchomp. And he does go for the Foul Play instead, which really sucks because this, first of all, is a roll to KO. I'm in range still. But I could have got tons of great chip off on the Persian, but instead I only get about 25%. And so I'm going to go into my Bulu thinking he's not going to have the Gunk Shot. I don't think he's going to have room for it. He needs to have Parting Shot, he needs to have Foul Play, he's probably going to have Knock Off, he's probably going to have like Toxic or something, or Taunt or whatever. But if he has the Gunk Shot, it's going to be kind of a threat, but I don't think he is, so I'm just going to fire off a Leech Seed, as I'm expecting him to go for the Parting Shot and go into something like the Dusk Mane, because that's what I was expecting from my builds. I was saying like, okay, yeah, the really good answer to this thing is the Dusk Mane, so I'm going to go for a Leech Seed, and I can just go for a Nature's Madness. But no, he actually pops off the Gunk Shot, and he does land it, and Archebia Berry will activate, and this will do like 25-ish%, to me, closer to 30%, but it does a decent chunk of damage to me, as I can fire off a Leech Seed now, after we do get poisoned, of course, which really sucks. It'll really ruin the longevity of our Bulu here, but it's okay. Bulu isn't that important, especially seeing as the Piloswine didn't come, but I do get off the Leech Seed here, and we are going to be able to get some damage back, or some health back from it, as he's going to gain some recovery back from the Leech Seed. And one thing I did notice that is pretty important is that this thing is not the leftover, so it could be Z Parting Shot, which I have to keep in mind just in case I get his Necrozma pretty low. He can Z Parting Shot into that and recover back his HP, which would be very threatening. Anyways, he's gonna go for the Parting Shot here, and I believe I go for the, I think I go for the Horn Leech here. I believe I do actually, but we'll see. He's going to switch out now. He's going to go, I think, into the Quillfish, right? Is it the Quillfish? No, it's a Ronin Mo, excuse me. So yeah, he goes to his Ronin Mo as I go for the Horn Leech here, as we do a small chunk of damage to him. I don't know what his spread is exactly. He could be very defensive set, he could be very offensive. It's kind of, it just depends on what his investments are in his HP, really. But anyways, he gets back some health from leftover, so it's good to know he's not a Choice Scarf set, so he can potentially trick me, as we are going to take more poison damage here from the Gunk Shot poison. And at this point in time, he's going to go for the Volt Switch, and I kind of regret staying in here a bit. I was kind of thinking I should have probably gone into my Groudon here. I was really worried about the Toxics, that's why I didn't do that. But I don't know. I'm not too upset with it. I think I ended up going for the Nature's Madness here anyways, and that's just a good play overall because it really wears down his entire team. He has no real good forms of recovery, so I'm kind of happy with the fact that I was able to get off some good damage off on this Quillfish. We do just under half, as he can gain back some health from the terrain. Now I am predicting to go for the Toxic Spikes here. I'm going to go hard into my Thunderous, because first of all, Thunderous will scare this thing out easily, and second of all, I have the Defog just in case I absolutely need to go for it. So I go for my Thunderous here. I'm hoping he doesn't go for an attack, but no, he does go for the Toxic Spikes, which is kind of unfortunate. I would have preferred not to have to worry about them at all, because it allowed me to get my ground in earlier. Because you're going to see, and a common theme of this battle is I really have a tough time defogging with my Thunderous. I may not even be able to get it off at all because of the Persian potential to come in. So we're going to switch out here, as I'm going to go for the, I believe I go for a T-Bolt, a regular T-Bolt, right? Or no, I think I go for a U-turn here. Nope, Hidden Power Ice, 3rd time's the charm. I go for the Hidden Power Ice here. It's going to do a huge chunk of damage. It also covered the Garchomp switch in, which would have been nice to have. There was no way he was staying in at all, so I felt like I could reasonably make that play. Anyways, he's in with this thing now. I'm going to go for the U-turn here, get some momentum going, and it'll allow me to go into an appropriate answer. And again, I want to go into my Groudon here. I would have gone into it. It's a great answer to the Rotom, but I'm worried about the Toxic, and I also don't want to be Toxic poisoned. I don't know. It was probably the better play, but because I don't have Rocks up, I really didn't feel comfortable just going for a game right away, especially so early on. I felt like I could still play and get myself into a better position, so that's why I didn't kind of go all in that early. And you see, he went for the Volt Switch here. He's going to switch out and go back into his Persian here. I'm thinking, okay, he's going to go for the Gunk Shot, or he's going to go for Foul Play. You know what? he revealed the gun shot. I don't think he's going to go for it. And if he does, he has to land it 80% accurate. I'm going to play the game. I'm going to risk it, and I'm going to see if I can make this happen, if I can survive, because I would love to get off a horn leech on this thing, get back some recovery. But no, he does land the gun shot here. He stays in, and great play. He ends up taking out our Bulu here, which really sucks because we lose out on terrain for the rest of the game, which is very, very unfortunate. But I don't know. I don't think it's that big of a deal because we still have our Groudon, we still have our walls intact, and I can go into my Frostlass here. My play is just, I just want chip on this thing. That's all I need. I just want some chip. That's it. Just get some chip and I'm happy because I don't want to have to worry about going for overheat. I would rather just go for Precipice Blades. So Ice Beam comes out. We do a large chunk of damage because we crit him. And unfortunately for us, he is the Eye of Papa Berry, so he's going to get back 50% of his HP here. Had we not crit him, he would have not been in range. But I think it's better that we did get the crit, obviously, because we would have been able to we get rid of that item quickly. So he does go for the knockoff here. Great play, and he's now revealed his entire moveset being Foul Play, Knockoff, Parting Shot, and Gunk Shot. And I don't know. I would love to get an extra bit of damage off on this thing. He was really disappointed that he saw Frostlass because he knew it actually went in on his team. So yeah, it's like, it was a good bring for us. It just didn't do any work, and we're already down quickly 6-4. We're really not looking at a good situation here. And he's just like schooling us, playing all around us with a Persian. It's being a pain in the ass. And in comes my Bronzong though, and I want to go for the Gyro Ball here, but I don't think I do. I think I actually go for the Stealth Rocks, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think I go for my Stealth Rocks here. And I honestly, like, I misclicked this turn. I actually went for I want to go for the Gyro Ball, but I think I did click the Stealth Rocks. I believe that's exactly what I did, right? Yeah, Stealth Rocks here. Because I knew I wanted to get rid of hazards. Like, so that's why I didn't want to go for rocks, but I actually did end up misclicking, which kind of sucks, but it's not the end of the world, as there's no more terrain now, so he's not going to be getting extra recovery, and this is where I'm wishing I had a way to hit this thing, because it is a substitute set, as I just go for a Reflect here. So the fact that he has substitute means he definitely needs to have Swords Dance as well if he wants to break my Umbreon or break even my Bronzong, so I think I'm okay, because his coverage is going to be limited. He's going to have the Sunsteel Strike, which I resist, obviously. He's going to either have Photon Geyser or Earthquake, I don't know, like, I think Flare Blitz it gets as well. So yeah, I'm kind of worried about some of those things. But I go into my Umbreon, which is my dedicated check to this thing. We are basically, I think, 4 hit KO'd by this thing with Sunsteel Strike at neutral. If he is, if obviously we weren't toxic, but we are poison, which is awful. But anyways, he's going to go for the Sunsteel Strike. Amazing animation. It's so crazy to see this Uber in action. It's the first Uber that hits the field in our season, and he's gonna do no damage there at all. And I really want to get rid of my my toxic here, my poison, because I just can't afford to be taking that damage, especially when I'm no longer under Reflect. Because of my Reflect, I only have for 5 turns, and that's gonna make it really tough for me to just take these hits that I want to and get a Foul Play off and really wear it down, because I do want to get KOs in this thing quickly. So he's gonna go for the Sunsteel Strike, and again, it's gonna do about like 30 points of damage, around like 20-ish, 25% to me. So again, I'm not too worried about it behind Reflect, but again, it's just a combination of that with the poison that's going to be doing all the work to me. So I believe right here, I'm going to go for the Heal Bell. I get off that protection, and I'm no longer afflicted by the poison, which is nice. I don't really plan on switching out. I'm thinking about it, I'm like, if he doesn't have Taunt on his Aerodactyl or whatever, then Umbreon just wins the game. So I can just recover back up all the HP I need, and I feel like I'm in a good spot. So I'm going to go for the Wish here, as I believe he is going to switch out and go into the Persian, I think it is. Yeah, so he goes into his Persian here, and he's probably just going to try and knock off my item here as I end up going for the Wish. And I'm kind of happy he did that. Like, obviously, I don't have to break a sub right now. He just switches out, the sub's broken, so that's great. My God, could you imagine if sub stayed intact if you switched out? That'd be terrifying. Anyways, I'm going to go for the Foul Play here, as he's going to go for the knockoff. Good play, he gets rid of my leftovers, which is very important. That way I'm not getting that extra residual recovery, and now I could potentially be 2 KO'd by a +2 Sunsteel Strike, but he's going to have to be behind a sub, because if he's not a +2 Foul Play, or when he's at +2, obviously, a Foul Play will just obliterate him. So again, this thing is such a huge threat to me, this Persian. I'm happy I could go for the Foul Play and just do some damage to him. It's now under half, and it's going to be at that much HP for the rest of the game, because he's revealed he is not the Z move. He's not anything, not rest or anything, nothing crazy. He's going to go into Jinbei, which is his Quillfish. He's going to take an extra bit of damage from the Stealth Rocks, get the Intimidate off, as I believe I go for the Foul Play right here. And he's going to reveal actually to be Rocky Helmet. I know I'm a bit ahead of myself, but we do a clean chunk of damage to him, as he is Rocky Helmet. And I want to go for a second hit, as he's going to go for a layer of Spikes now. So Toxic Spikes and Spikes are up. Very, very scary. Very tough to deal with, especially because I'm going to have to make sure that the Persian doesn't come in on me while I go for the Defog, because of the Prankster boost, obviously, and Prankster doesn't work against Dark types, so I got to play this very carefully. Anyways, in comes Bullet, which is his Mega Aerodactyl, and I'm going to go for the Foul Play here. Foul Foul Play is a great play against him. It's going to do like 60% if he's an admin natured, and I assume he's going to be an admin natured. So if he decides to roost stall, I'm going to be winning that exchange pretty much the entire time. And he's going to Mega Evolve here. He's going to be a pretty bulky Aerodactyl, I'm assuming, but he goes for the taunt here, which I'm cool with. Obviously sucks. I'm going to be stuck at this percentage for a while, for 3 turns at least. And it's unfortunate because had he not had the taunt, I think I'd have won. But actually, he ends up being a very, 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 very bulky Aerodactyl with actually max HP, he told me, which is terrifying because I can't 2 kill that thing. But it's okay. In comes the Garchomp here. He switches out and goes to that, and I can go for the Foul Play here, as we are going to do a large chunk of damage to the Garchomp. Like, look at this. We're going to do over half to him as well. We take the rough skin damage, which kind of sucks, but he's going to have to go for a Z-move if he wants to knock us out. Unfortunately, he does go for a Z-move here, but it's not the one he needs to be. He needs to be either Dragonium or Groundium to get the KO on us. I think even if he's Dragonium and he goes for Dragon Claw, then I think we might be out of range, or it might be with maybe a roll. But the fact that he's Continental Crush, so Z Stone Edge or Z Rock Slide, we're going to get to this hit 100% of the time. But the thing is, we might die depending on the roll he gets to the rough skin damage from the Foul Play. So he's going to do 110 minus 30, does 80 points of damage, which is a large amount of damage. And we go for Foul Play, we get the KO. Umbreon picks up, I believe that's its 2nd KO now, and it takes rough skin damage. So he's basically wearing us down with a Z move and then rough skin or Rocky Helmet 4 times, which is terrifying. But our taunt finally wears off, so he can go into his Persian here. I'm like, okay, this is cool. Like, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna go for a knockoff? You're gonna go for a Foul Play? What are you gonna do? He goes for a Foul Play. I'm like, I could live this hit. I could actually live this hit. No, the minimum roll was 5. The max roll was 6. It was like that close. If we got a bit of a smaller roll, we could actually live that hit, and then wished up, and then just passed the wish or whatever. Just don't want to, whatever we need to do. I actually had Protect on the set, so we could have gone back HP. But whatever, it is what it is. He goes for the Parting Shot here, and I'm going to explain why I went into this Thunderous first before he switches out. So I went to this thing thinking, alright, he's going to outspeed me. It is a roll to KO. It's a roll in my favor. I believe actually, based on the damage he was at, it was like a 65% chance for me to live. So I needed to get that chance. I was like, I just needed that to happen. Because I want to KO with a Thunderbolt. That's what I want to do. So I go for the T-Bolt here, as he ends up going for the Parting Shot. So he doesn't decide to go for the Foul Play. And now I'm like, this is cool. I'm at -1 attack now, so he decides to go for Foul Play later, then we can actually survive the hit. So in comes Yongji, which I believe is his Rotom-Mow, and he's going to take the T-Bolt here and the damage from the Stealth Rocks. And he could feint from this, but he doesn't. And this is a good opportunity for me. I'm going to go for the Defog here. If he decides to switch out into his Persian, I'm going to pause it. If he decides to switch out into his Persian, then our Defog will fail, but Rocks will still be up on the field, so that's kind of a plus. But at the same time, if he goes for Foul Play, because we have the -1 in attack because of his because of his Parting Shot, we will live that hit so I can fire off a T-Bolt and get the KO. He has no more ground types. T-Bolt's pretty free against his team now. So I'm going to go for the Defog here as he ends up staying in, which is fine by me. I don't know what he wants to do, but I am pretty sure that I should do my best to get in my Groudon here. He has no more T-Spikes, and he actually told me after the game he was really pissed that the game Defog came out. He had no idea it was coming out. He just didn't expect it to be there. And he goes for the Leaf Storm here, which I'm like, this is great. I should just like U-turn out into my Groudon, or should I KO with the T-Bolt? What should I do? Should I let him kill me? What do I need to do here? So the Leaf Storm will KO me here. A Volt Switch will also KO me, even though he's at -2. So I'm debating, do I go for U-turn and KO him? Do I go for HP Ice and KO him? Do I just hard switch to Groudon? What do I do? I know this thing's going to have Toxic. I know it. And I feel like he's going to anticipate me to go into my Groudon here because he knows that Groudon with Rock Pulse just wins the game. And if he does, I'm going to mute my phone, sorry about that. If he does decide to go for the Toxic here, then I still can win. But if he makes a good double into the Persian, then it's going to be really, really tough to win. And I don't know, it's a risk that I just could not take. And I decided to stay in, and I go for the U-turn here. Or the Hidden Power, rather. Sorry, I went for the Hidden Power here because I wanted him to go into his Persian or something and just kind of force him out and just make him take more damage and everything. But anyways, in comes Inami, the Persian again. This thing will kill me with the Foul Play this turn. There are no more rocks up, so this thing is going to be taking much more damage. And he does go for the Parting Shot here, so I'm like, you know what? I went for the U-turn. I am happy. Like, this is cool with me. U-turn comes out. Whatever he goes into, we're going to be able to get momentum off. If he goes into Bullet, which we agreed on was his Mega Aerodactyl, he's going to take a little bit of damage from the... Oh, what am I saying? I go for Thunderbolt. What? I don't know what's going on with me. Sorry, long game. Anyways, Thunderbolt comes out and the Aerodactyl goes down, which is great because that means he can no longer roost up on me. Very important. That thing I would have had trouble breaking without my Garchomp. No, my Groudon, sorry. But in comes this thing. He now has, I believe, just 2 mons left. I think it's just this and his Persian. And we just took the advantage. It was 6-4 for him. We just come back and pulled a huge advantage because of our Umbreon's walling capabilities. But anyways, I go with the U-turn here and I go into my Bronzong because I want to get up a Reflect, and I don't know, I want to get up a Reflect here. That's the big thing. So I'm going to go with the Reflect here as he sets up a sub. And this is a very, very tough decision, a very tough explanation here. I want to set Rocks here, but I can't let him get to +6 because behind a Reflect, we are not 2 KO'd with the Reflect up at +2 if he goes for a Sunsteel Strike or a Earthquake on my Groudon. So that's why I go for Reflect here. I got to switch out hard and I have to go into my Thundurus. Why? Because one, if he decides to go for a Swords Dance again, we'll be able to break the sub, and then he'll have to kill us. Two, if he decides to just attack us, we have a free switch into our Groudon. So I felt like it was a no drawback play to sack off my Thundurus here. I felt it was the right move to make, and it's going to turn out it is going to be the right move to make. So Photon Geyser comes out, and that reveals me his entire moveset. He has Photon Geyser, Sunsteel Strike, he has a Swords Dance, and he has... Sorry about that. So like I was saying, I know his 4 moves now. His 4 moves are Photon Geyser, Sunsteel Strike, it says Swords Dance, and Substitute. So he can't really touch my Groudon that much. He can't 2KO me. He needs to be at +6, get the 2KO behind Reflect. So that means in comes Groudon, and Groudon can now just fire off inaccurate moves and hope to hit. So by the way I'm sounding, you may think, yeah, I probably miss a move here as we watch this beautiful animation for the first time of Primal Groudon coming out, becoming all primal and just so powerful. God damn, I'm so happy we have this thing on our team. It's incredible. But anyways, we have a Desolate Land now. We are sitting behind Reflect still. I go for Precipice Blades. We outspeed, so that shows he is definitely not a Jolly Nature. He is Adamant-natured, and we'll to get or break the sub here as he decides to do a really smart thing here. He is going to do what he should do, and that is he's going to just sub until I miss. Completely fair. I can't blame it. That's his best way to avoid this bad situation he's in, because right now, as long as we hit all our moves, we win the game. So I just gotta hit moves. So Precipice Blades comes out again. And I'm thinking to myself, like, wait, what am I doing? I should just go for Overheat here. Overheat is more accurate. We break his sub every time, no matter what. So even at -6, we'll break his sub. So Overheat should be my play here. So I'm going to go for Overheat this next turn, except I misclicked, and I clicked Stone Edge. So, God, if he goes for an attack this turn, it's over. I'll lose. But no, he takes a Stone Edge here, and he's now going to go for another sub, actually, which is going to be, thank God, that just... It makes it a bit tougher for me because I did that, but it's not the end of the world. I think now I go for an Overheat as our Reflect wears off. So I'm going to go for the Overheat here, yeah, and we do connect as well. We are now 4 for 4 on inaccurate moves, which means at some point in the season we're going to go 0 for 4. Oh, man. I kind of wish Primal Groudon's ability now was Infiltrate instead of Desolate Land. Anyways, doesn't matter. He's going to go with the Photon Geyser here as our Reflect wears off. There's no way this can KO us. If he's max attack, Adam Nature, we will not die. And, yeah, it got close. it got kind of close, but it's okay. I now just have to land one more hit, and we pretty much won the game. So I'm going to go for the Precipice Blades here, and we do connect, and we finally see it in action, actually connecting on Amon. Ooh, that's gotta hurt. Anyways, down goes the Ultra Necrozma, or not the Ultra Necrozma, the Necrozma Dusk Mane, but in comes the Persian. This thing currently has 3 kills. It is just putting in the work, and it is such a threat. So listen to my judgment, listen to my thought process here, and you're going to see why I'm stupid. Anyways, I can do one of 2 things. I can sack off my Groudon here, I can go into my Bronzong, and I can click Gyro Ball and win the game. Easy. I have the Colbur Berry, he cannot OHKO me in 1 hit, he's going to need to actually use, I think 3 hits are going to KO me, is what it's going to need. So, yeah, we should be in a good spot there. But the other thing is, I noticed, with his range of HP, and if he's a max HP Persian, then a Gyro Ball will KO him. 100%. He's in range. So I say to myself, why bother sacking off this Groudon? I know I need differential. I'm going to switch out into my Bronzong here. So that's what I do. I'm going to switch on to my Bronzong. I'm like, this is fine. He goes for Foul Play. I'll take the hits. I'm going to have the time to go for one more hit, and I'll win the game. It's all good. It's all good. I'm going to be fine. Sorry about that. Another cut. But like I was saying, he goes for Foul Play. I take the hit. I can just go for Gyro Ball, and I'll win the game. I'm good here. I'm in a great spot. And then I realized I calced this Persian as if it was 0 HP instead of max HP. The entire game, I've been calculating. I've been changing it to 252 HP. But for some reason, this one time, the most important time, I decided not to do it. Did I have to do this? No. And because of this, I choked the game away. All I had to do was sack off my Groudon, and I won. That's all I had to do. Dumb decision. So we are going to lose here 1-0 to the Persian, and this Persian got 5 kills on us. 5 kills, 0 deaths. My God. My God. Oh, help me. I'm so disappointed. I was so mad at myself. I'm still really mad at myself. This is the first time I'm watching the replay since the battle actually happened. I'm actually so upset that, I had it. The game was mine. I had. It was impossible for him to win. He wouldn't, even with a crit, even with 2 crits, he wouldn't have been able to beat me. But I sacked off my Bronzong. I sacked off my Groudon. Made a stupid decision. We're gonna end up missing the playoffs by like 1 game or something, and it's gonna bite me in the ass. So, yeah, GG Leo. It was a hell of a game. Really disappointed with the way it turned out. Yeah, but it is what it is. I felt like I definitely did not play the best to my capabilities. I really struggled to do a lot of the things I wanted to early on. I was so passive, and especially with my Groudon, I should have just gone in early on and said, screw it. I know I have enough bulk, I have enough offense in the back to just deal with things. Just go into Groudon, just go to work. I decided not to do that, and it cost me. So, yeah. But anyways, guys, that's the end of this battle. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like on the video. Of course, subscribe to the channel if you are new. We are starting the brand new season of the BBL. It's a ton of fun. We have a damn Primal Groudon on our team. And look, if you guys are enjoying this end of Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, then obviously you guys want to find new people to stick around with and join with when Sword and Shield comes out in November. So that's me. I'm your guy. If you guys enjoy Draft League content, make sure to stick around. Make sure to subscribe. Like the video if you did enjoy it. And without further ado, I guess I'll end the video here. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you all next time.